We're rolling.
Hey, Brock.
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm good. It's a beautiful day on the river.
You're gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, tell me a little bit about what's been going on since last year.
Um, just growth and work. Just kind of I've been just in my steady grind for a while. Um, Finishing up my degree soon. And been working on a lot of music. Last time was when I put out my Forever Endeavor, which is my first project. But since then, I've had a couple different iterations. During the time I was living at my grandma's house, I had my Take Me With You and Angels album. And I'm currently working on something new that I feel like is just a great evolution of what I've been doing so far. I think it's definitely the next step in me finding my voice more, because it's been all an experiment of finding beats that I like, inspiration that I like mimicking people I look up to, but I'm starting to find like what's special about me and my sound and my songs. Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that? I want to know, like, as you're finding your voice, like, what do you have to say?
That's interesting because I love me, like, my pop music, like my big stars. But like I've been sick of a lot of industry stuff lately because I feel like it's boring, and even people I love seem to get caught up in clout. And I love and support them, but I feel like I should be looking up to people that don't really say anything that I resonate with. So it's been this like exploration of like what's important to me, what am I actually processing, what are my actual thoughts, and not just like what do I say that sounds hot and like what's poppin'. And I think it's just come so naturally because it's just like I haven't always been with like I've been living out in Stillwater, like out in the country for a couple of years now, and I'm going to college and I'm involved with my peers, but I just feel like I have a different lens to speak through and different sounds specifically. Like my new project, which will be coming out hopefully on my birthday, which will be June 18th. It just pushed into unfamiliar territory for me, but it all seems so natural when I'm listening to the stuff I'm working on, because when I was making my first projects, I would just like find beats that were similar to artists I was listening to. But it's crazy how much other music is just in me that I don't always carry with me, like country music or like some like old rock or stuff that it's like I just had it from my grandparents and parents. That's just in me now, and and like not turning away from that, because it's like, who else can put these random things together into this project? I have to do it because no one else is like me in that way. Yeah.
What are some key themes that you explore in your project?
This one's all about me. I think most of my music's been about me. My last project, Angels, is definitely just a tribute to my grandma and all the people in my life that I've lost, or when I will lose, it will just have such a deep impact on me. And I think being around when death is like looking you in the face, you see things more clearly, or certain stuff is put into perspective. You don't care about certain things. And so that's why it's like, I know I love me some hot music, but it's not all the time. And so I've just been writing about the stuff that I feel when I'm in other spaces, like out in nature or in my own room, um, or yeah. And so I think it's just been very real. I've been thinking about, I think I'm talking about a lot of the same stuff I have before, but it's like through the lens of like um, just seeing how clearly how short life is, and also how important love is. And so I just think it's so clear in my lyrics, and like what I'm talking about is like I'm not taking the easy road. Like there's like songs where I'm like I've been having to just have conversations with myself, and it's like stuff I wouldn't always get to, but it comes out so easily in my music where it's like, but then I listen back to it, I'm like, wow, this is like, it's helping me reflect, how do I actually want to live my life? What is going to give me no regrets? And like what I'm discovering is that's just through helping other people, taking care of myself, and just enjoying things no matter how hard it gets. So I think all those topics just come through when it comes to life and death, like I was saying. I'm kind of losing my train of thought on that one. Yeah.
I hear you though. I hear you. Like, you are taking in your experiences and transmuting those experiences and processing those experiences like through your music. And like, I guess I am asking about like, or what are some experiences that like you're pulling from,
Yeah.
and how has making music about those experiences like changed your perspective on said experiences?
Yeah. You know, when I was making my first projects with music and film, I was just exploring this like process of like how I grow and move through the world, and like what this natural thing is of like when we're young, and this happens in like microcycles throughout our life. It's like we have this bliss and ignorance, and then like the world is like fucked up, and we realize that a little bit more, but then it's like we go inwards and heal from that, but then we come out with more strength because of it, because it's like you don't really have, I think that's like the energy I'm in right now, is like some people are like, you know, they'll tell you like you're so strong for like just moving forward, and it's like, well, what else is there to do? You know, like we're strong because we have to in life, because life is hard. And I'm just going through a big transition, losing my grandma and not getting to live with her, and not having someone who I'm so involved with every day around is just a big adjustment. And it can be sad, but I'm also very happy for all the time that we spent together and all the music I made during that time. It's all very sacred to me. And to be in this like total irregular state, like trying to figure out where I'm gonna live, not having a damn dollar in my pocket, but like making art through it all is what's getting me through it, and helping me like learn from this and like put the wisdom into that so I can look back on it later and like, you know, feel what I was going through. And also like the songs I'm making, there were a couple that I made before my grandma passed, and I like am finishing them now, and having them is just like, it's helping me through the situation, because I knew what was coming at some point. I didn't know when, but it's like this energy I was channeling was like preparing me and helping me. And I think that's why I feel so genuine, because like I'm not trying to like just hype myself up. I'm trying to like critique myself and grow as a person. And even in like the music I'm making is like I'm still experimenting and learning. How can I like rewrite this verse? How can I go back in and, you know, try more? And I think it's just very clear to me right now, the very few things that are important to me, and I'm just focusing my energy on that because I don't have anything else except for love, and I don't have anything except my art and music and people. And so I'm like, I'm taking all those opportunities that have art and love and people involved, and that's just when I have no clue of what my vision of the future holds. I just am following my heart to, like, I just see a small path open up and I just know to follow it because there's no way for me to no way for me to know except like based on that feeling in myself. That's like brought me to so many places. Like I didn't always have that confidence or knowing, but it's like once that small voice like said something once and I decided to listen to it, then I started building that trust with myself. And now it's just, life is hard, but I have this undeniable like connection with myself now that no one can take from me. And so I just feel unstoppable and powerful because of that, because I'm able to like grow. And I've been patient. I'm gonna have to keep being patient, but it's like I just see how important every step is so far. Yeah.
What do you think past Brock would say to Brock right now?
I actually have a song about that. I don't. But in the song, it's more me talking. But if my younger self was looking at me, I think it would just give so much hope for the future. And just like, yeah, just a sense of like knowing that like this confusion and difficult time in life, you're just figuring so much out and so much unknown, don't know who I am, like there is going to be a way and I can enjoy this, like I just hope that if I was younger, seeing myself now, I can enjoy the moment more by feeling like more free to be myself and not always have like an explanation or to fit into a certain aesthetic or like type of people I spend my time with. Like I think I don't know, I've always had certain parts of me that were like prevalent throughout my life, but I think it would just excite me. Yeah.
Do you have any hopes for your future self that like you want to take note of at this moment?
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and people always are like, they want to talk about how people change, or like, do people change? Do you think they change? And when we say yes, it's like not always a good thing. But sometimes the consistency is good in a person, to like hold their morals and who they are close to them, even if it's not perfect. And I just remind myself that it's like people do change, or people can change, and it's not always good. So I'm like, I do want to evolve and make more art and push in new directions, but I want to like be slow and patient with it, so I like have this anchor of like who I am, or like what is important to me, what do I want to convey through my art, and like what the mission is, and to take like those notes that I've put in my music before. Like I just want to stay true to myself, and I know things in the world and in myself will transform, but I just hope to sustain the life that I have in me. Like I have so much right now. It's like, yes, I can say I have nothing, but I have so much, like when it comes to a healthy body, and it feels good to breathe, and my heart is pounding. Like that's what's important, is like I can't take that for granted now, working for something else and like losing what I have. My art is everything, like it's what I do all the time, but I also like my being and my health outside of that is what gives my art so much life. So I want to maintain that first. Yeah. Yeah, I want to talk about Misfits, this special doll, who I once had a dream about a few years ago. And then I found these two in an antique shop in Stillwater. And I just wasn't sure much about them. And I had the idea of a clothing brand and naming it Misfits because I'm like, Misfits, and then fits like the miss with the outfits. And when I finally got her, I understood that that is her name, and she's been waiting to be presented. And I don't quite know where it's going right now, but I've been working hard embroidering a lot of different designs and putting together like just colors and different like pieces. And I do want to learn how to sew so I can make her new outfit, because this thing's a little ratchet, a little old. Like, it's cute and it's classic, but like, girl, you got holes. Like, we need to fix that. So she's helping me keep my child alive and just like, the symbol of her for me is keeping this lightness, not as ignorance or immaturity, but as a sign of strength. And to be able to keep that alive in your life takes a lot. And yeah. And I also feel like my music and clothing are like the two things I'm focusing on, with that being like overlapped within film. I've been thinking about it, and it's like I'm in a similar position with both, where I can embroider on clothes, I put lyrics on beats, and I'm like conveying this feeling and message, but I'm really trying to learn to sew and learn to make the beats. I want to have like the basics of it being my vision and design. I think that's like something I've been working towards for a while. And I did say I would do that, but now I'm like, it's just been nice to get more music and try more things out first with other people's beats. And I think my step moving forward is just working with more people. Like, I've got Felix playing saxophone on this new project. I've got someone making some beats and other people just singing. And I think that's just where is going next, is just me being fully sustainable in my abilities and my community by like making my stuff and using the people around me. I think that's just what I'm excited for with the future. It's just more connections and love and art. Yeah. You think that's good? Okay. And I just love making my own interviews too, because it's like, yeah.
Yeah, because then